Thirst is the worst.
Thirst the worst, bitch.
Hi, my name's Amy Amelia. Either work. I'm 20 years old. I'm currently a college student. I graduated from Malcolm Shabazz City High School in 2016. I attended La Follette High School 3 years before that. I went to Whitehorse Middle School. I'm Mexican American. My mother is Indigenous. And I highlight those things because it's very important to let you know, for me, that I come from a family that is from Madison. My mother might be from Mexico, but I was born here. She has lived her entire U.S. life here. My brothers are in the school district right now. She used to be a teacher at West. And in my time studying at Whitehorse and La Follette, there were disappearances of students in my classroom. They started when I was in middle school. My Mexican peers and I were often put into detention for speaking Spanish, ironically enough, in our Spanish class. We would correct the teacher, and my darker-skinned peers started disappearing from my classroom. A girl, one of my friends since elementary school, kept getting sent out of her class for things that my white peers would never get sent out for. Talking back to teachers, not paying attention in class, and other things that shouldn't have been punishable by suspension. She eventually disappeared too. In high school, a black boy who was labeled a troublemaker in my math class, after repeatedly being sent to the principal stopped coming to class. I saw him interact most often with a police officer in our school, and one day he just stopped coming. Tony Robinson wasn't in my classroom, but we all felt the burden when he, a student, was gunned down by a police officer. The people who fill the juvenile detention center here in Dane County are not scary, dangerous people. They are not learning during their time in these youth prisons. They are my classmates, friends, and peers whose futures are being taken away. They are being punished for mistakes that white children can afford to make. When a student goes to juvie, they are more likely to go back. Instead of graduating to high school, they graduate to prison. What is the point of punishing children for things that children do? What satisfaction do y'all get from pushing marginalized students into juvie, into prison? When did discipline become preferred over compassion and love? Pardon my language, but it's fucked up that a child who could not know any better, who could use more support, cannot get those things because of their race, gender, sexuality, and or ability status. Having police officers in schools is a direct school-to-prison pipeline, and a disturbing force that Dane County is known for, state and countrywide. And there's enough data that exists to tell you that. I can brainstorm 50 different ways that money can be used differently that would actually benefit our students. And if you care about black and brown youth, don't put police officers in schools.
Thirst is the worst.
Subscribe, bitch.